The fame, the glory, the money, the big advertisement deals. That's what the majority of the public sees when they look at professional athletes. The myth extends all the way to youth players. Being a student athlete is not as effortless as it seems, especially when you are faced with pressures from being a top athlete and a top student. Woodside World's Sarah Preston takes a look into her own life as well as the others around her.
There is a misconception about high school athletes and their decision to play college sports, which makes their application process simpler and the rest of high school experience easier. Some may believe it's a straightforward path. However, it is quite the opposite. Not only myself, but my mom and teammate have experienced very different emotions along the way that the public might not be aware of.
I think a student athlete, you give up a lot when you're in high school to be an athlete and to keep good grades and time constraint.
That was my mom. She swam at University of Pittsburgh on a full athletic grad. I am following in my mom's footsteps and attending the University of Oregon in the fall on an athletic scholarship, just like her. Again, it is not as easy as it seems being a student athlete.
They have no clue what you have given up to get a verbal commitment, and that they don't realize that whether it was to the University of Oregon or to Stanford, or if it was to the University of Texas or University of Florida or wherever it was, what you started to do when you were 10 years old and you were in fifth grade, I think it was when you committed 100% to soccer, and they don't know what you gave up.
Not only are athletes trying to juggle school and sports, we also miss out on a lot of the social components of a normal high schooler.
I think social life was the biggest part, because on Fridays I had training, and then I had training Saturday morning, so I could not go out on a Friday night.
My teammate Olivia Athens will be attending UCLA in the fall for soccer and also participates with the U18 national team for USA.
Our whole weekend is dedicated to our sport. So like that, in that aspect, you miss out on those social times with your family or friends that you would have normally had you not been playing your sport.
Managing both athletics and academics can begin to seem like a job.
I had a study hall every single day at the end of the day, so I used that as a 45-minute period to start on my homework, and then we had training right after school from 3:30 to 6, and then I would get home and eat and work while I was eating dinner, and then finish up and try to get to bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock.
There is not enough time in the day for the majority of student athletes. Trying to get homework done, spend time with our family, practice 6 days a week. Time management is a learning curve for the majority of these athletes.
Some struggles I face. There's just a lot. I struggle a lot with time management. It's hard to catch up on like all your school, but while you're trying to focus on your sport. I'm sure you can relate, but like trying to get your fitness packet done while trying to get your homework done while trying to go to the gym. So trying to do all these things with not so much time in the day is hard.
Besides making sure you are not only maintaining your athletic performance, you also have to make sure you can get in academically and also handle the rigorous classes while you are there.
Pretty nervous actually, because it is such a good school, so obviously you have to keep up with what they're given to you, and yeah, as an athlete you have a lot of help, but it's also not going to be easy.
The reality is that the majority of athletes face similar struggles as their classmates. However, a student athlete adds on the pressure of responsibility at playing a high level.
If you are being recruited, then you've got the pressure of making sure that your grades are up and they're not bad. You also have the pressure of scoring well on the SATs.
Athletes work hard in every aspect of their life. The majority of the people in their life don't see how hard they work. Telling an athlete they are lucky to have an easier application don't take into consideration all of the hours they put in to get where they are or where they want to be. For the Woodside World, I'm Sarah Preston.